Podcasters, if you've ever struggled with keeping track of everything that goes on with your show, all the episodes and everything that comes along with it, I want you to watch this video. All right, y'all. So I'm here in Notion and I just want to click around and kind of show you how we've set it up. And so we've got all of our shows here that we can kind of click in through, and I'll show you that in a second. And then what we also have is all of kind of our upcoming episodes that, you know, if we're looking through here, maybe we need to update a little bit. But then we've also got a calendar of episodes that we can see. And so what this does is it gives us a really high level overview of all of the shows, all of the episodes, and kind of where they're at. And so let's dive into, you know, an individual show, if you will. So let's go in here and let's take a look at Podcasting Success Secrets, because that's one that we can talk about quite a bit. And so up here at the top, we have these different what are called properties here. And I'm a Notion fanatic, and so I love creating me some properties. But we've got these two basic ones here that we always have. And the first one are the deliverables and then the recordings. And these really help to tell our team, what are we going to be delivering? What are we going to be creating for this show? And you'll see here that we've got other things that we can add in there. We can add in whether the status is active or inactive. Sometimes we have shows that are, you know, on break or on hiatus. This type here is something that we do to kind of differentiate it. So sometimes we have different types of shows that we're working on or different types of clients. Sometimes we have shows that are in pre-launch phase, and so this kind of helps us to see different types of things. And you don't need to use all these things, but we'll show you in a little bit why we have these different properties, if you will. I talked about the deliverables, the host name, that would be me. This is empty here, but that would be me. And we put this in here just to make it easy to be able to find spelling and how things are spelled really is probably the most primary thing. Recordings, and then we started adding some other things in here like Slack channel and other points of contact for our clients. Now, I'm going to hide this and I'm going to jump down here to our tables, and you'll see that we have an episodes table, and this helps us to keep track of all of our upcoming episodes. And then we can also go back and we can see all of our previous episodes as well. So you can see the past, you know, however many episodes we've had in here in our Notion database, in our Notion system. But what I really enjoy about this is that within the episodes, so just like the shows have their own properties that we can keep track of, the episodes have their own properties as well. So we can go in here and we can fill in the episode number. We can keep track of the title, makes it really easy to copy and paste. Obviously the publishing date, recording URL. This is so that we know where to grab it. The status. What I really like about Notion is it allows you to be able to, you know, pick different statuses, and then I can sort, right? If I go back to where I was over here, I can sort all of these things based on the status. So this makes it really easy to be able to keep track of all of the things that we do within each of the episodes. And so, you know, when I think about it, that's kind of the basics, right? If you have questions, definitely throw those down there in the comments. But this is actually a simpler video than I thought. I guess one of the things that I mentioned I would show you is why we might organize or have all these different properties. And you'll see here that what it does is it allows us to be able to see all of the different things that we're delivering on. So sometimes we're doing podcasts for some shows. Sometimes we're doing YouTube for some shows. Sometimes we're doing shorts and kind of TikTok style videos. Sometimes we're doing other things, you know, guest communication, social media. There's a variety of things that we kind of do for our shows. And so having these different properties makes it easy to be able to see what we're doing here. We also, you know, we have shows that we are launching, and we kind of have a way to be able to separate them and see the ones that are launched, the ones that are in pre-launch. And then, you know, I guess for another video, we'll talk about how we organize and plan our launches here in Notion. But Notion really allows us to be able to do everything and keep track of everything. We'll even do a different video on how we assign tasks and how we keep track of all the individual tasks within episodes, because I think that's one thing that we didn't actually show on this video, which I'll give you a brief intro into, if you will, and that's how our tasks are broken down. And you'll see here that we have ways to be able to assign them by different episodes. And so you'll see here that similarly, our tasks can have different properties, such as who it's assigned to, when it's due, the episode that it's actually attached to, and then we have different ways to be able to categorize it and kind of filter it. So all these kinds of things make it really easy for us to be able to sort, prioritize, and then also determine who's actually responsible for it. So hopefully this gave you, once again, just a little bit of an overview on how we manage, close to 20 shows, and how we publish close to and over 20 episodes every week, sometimes up to 100 episodes a month. If you have questions, throw those in the comments, and would love to hear how you are producing your show and whether or not you're using Notion or what you're using to keep everything organized.